This is Nap Time Podcast. You are welcome to Nap Time Podcast. Nap Time Podcast. Hi everyone, welcome to Nap Time Podcast. Buckle up for this new series of Nap Time. But hold on, don't you take a nap on me yet? This podcast series is meant to share interesting short stories and conversations that will leave you laughing and learning something new. You know, some seconds with us will take your mind off your stress. So I'm glad you're here with us today. This is Nap Time Podcast with your host, Napster. But you can call me Geno Nap because I'm Geno, or Country Nap because I love country music. So today's episode is about a short and interesting story I found. Okay, so this one is interesting. It's about tomatoes. Now, on a particular day, a teacher asked her students to bring some tomatoes in a plastic bag to school. Each tomato was to be given the name of a person whom a child hates. So a child had to bring the number of tomatoes that will be equals to the number of persons they hate. Like for example, if I hate 5 persons, I have to bring 5 tomatoes, and then I'll tag the name of the person that I hate on the tomatoes. On this predetermined day, all the children in her class brought their tomatoes well addressed with the names of those they hate to class. Now some had 2, some had 3, some had 5, some even had 20 tomatoes in accordance with the number of people they hated. And then the teacher told them that they had to carry the tomatoes with them everywhere they go for 2 weeks. Interesting. Now, as the days passed, the children started to complain about the decay and smell of the tomatoes because the tomato travels with them everywhere they go. The students who had many tomatoes complained that it was very heavy for them to carry and it smells too much. The smell was too much. And after a week, the teacher asked the student, "How do you feel this week?" The children complained of the awful smell and heavy weight of the tomatoes, especially those who carried several tomatoes. Then the teacher told them, "This is very similar to what you carry in your heart when you don't like some people. Hatred makes the heart unhealthy. And carrying that hatred everywhere, like carrying that tomatoes everywhere, would be terribly disgusting and so overwhelming." So the teacher told them, if you can't bear the smell of spoiled tomatoes for a week, imagine the impact of bitterness on your heart as you carry it daily. You see, our heart is a very beautiful garden that needs regular cleaning and uprooting of unwanted weeds. So hatred should not have any room in our heart, but forgiveness should have a bigger room in our heart. Forgive those who have angered you. So this life is simple. It is true that we are all imperfect, so we would step on each other's toes from time to time. But if we forgive those who have angered us and make room for storing good things in our hearts and not hatred, we will get better and not bitter. Do your best to keep your heart clean from hatred, and love everyone. This is Nap Time Podcast. Nap Time Podcast. Nap Time Podcast. Don't forget to join us next week for another episode of an interesting story that will leave you learning something new. Thank you for listening. It's your country boy and host, Napster, signing out.